Welcome to Flames TV Live, the pregame show brought to you by Budweiser, and welcome back inside the Scotiabank Saddledome. We do it all over again, just like last night. It is the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Calgary Flames playing the second of back-to-backs and meeting number 8 of the season between these two teams. We'll tee this one up coming up in just a moment, but first let's remind you about the Saddledome Live app and what you can find over there in terms of interactive games in the fan game section. Tonight's Flames and Leafs event, the Ram Road Race, is open right now. It'll run right through to the end of the game tonight using the Saddledome Live app. Play the entire road race right from your mobile devices to automatically be entered to win a Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab. And that's not all, because the Score 4 presented by Bet99.net is also live now. Jump in right now, correctly predict 4 game scenarios about tonight's rematch with Toronto. You can battle against Stage and I as we got in our picks again this afternoon. So far, at least the last few games, it has not been very difficult to battle against, well, at least me. I won't lump Stage in with me, but as we take a quick look at the correct answers, and that's at least what I think is going to happen tonight, and Matt Stagem, but you can go in there now and make your selections. We'll update a winner at the end of the game, and the winner tonight's going to win a Blasty prize pack, but all contestants will continue to accumulate points towards the Bet99.net Score 4 Grand Prize, which is presented by Bet99.net, which is free to play. You must be 19 years of age to enter, and a reminder, because we're predicting live game scenarios, it will close shortly after puck drop tonight. Good luck to everybody participating. And now, before we tee up this hockey game tonight, let's look back at what happened one night ago right here in the Scotiabank Saddledome.
Michael Backlund in hole free. Backhand, stopped by Hutchinson. And he's able to hang on. Backlund, who missed the game against the Oilers Friday, gets back in, and a terrific chance to tie the game at 1. Mars closing in on a milestone. He's at 797 career points. They score off the faceoff. A tip by Nordstrom, who gets his first as a Flame. And it's a 1-1 game. Now Tkachuk back on the attack. Works the puck over the line. Here's Tkachuk with a shot. Stopped by Hutchinson. Rebound jammed away from Tkachuk at the last second by Brody. Looked out onto it as Dermott. He's in behind the net. Puck comes to Backlund again. Play to Mangiapane, scores! 39.2 to go, and Andrew Mangiapane gives Calgary the lead late in the first. Pierre Engvall carries in for the pass in front. Spezza tipped it on goal, and Riddick's able to make the save. Nice rush by Engvall and a good setup, and Spezza shut down by David Riddick. Third period goals by John Tavares and Austin Matthews. And the Leafs knock off Calgary by a score of 4-2.
All right, so there's a quick peek at what happened last night between these two teams. The Flames in a really good position, up 2-1 after 1, and then outshoot Toronto 13-6 in that middle frame. But it was Toronto that got the only goal en route to those 2 third-period goals, which would be the difference in this hockey game tonight. The penultimate game between these two teams this season. Flames drop a third straight, and the Toronto Maple Leafs continue to put together their nice point streak as they sit atop the North Division standings currently, with a couple of games on the go right now, with Montreal and Winnipeg giving chase. As for the Calgary Flames, focused on some of the areas that they could do better in, and in particular building on what was a second period last night.
Another situation where we go into a third period, you know, with an even score, and a little miscue there on the rush, and they get a bounce off Hanny's skating in, and you know, it seems like, I know it sounds like an excuse, but it seems like all those bounces are going against us, and we're not getting any of those going for us.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming into the third in a tie hockey game. You know, we you know, kind of miscalculate or misread on the forecheck and back check, and they come back and get chances off the rush where we got to do a better job.
The problem with our team is not they can play at that pace now. It's the problem that some of our players have is sustaining that pace, where for example, last night, you know, the Matthews-Tavares line, you know, we did a really good job against him. If you look at it as a whole, But then when you look at 2 or 3 shifts where guys couldn't keep up with them, and how much is that related to conditioning or other parts of their game, that's not for me to publicly debate, but there is a difference in those clubs and ours in terms of that.
So some thoughts on last night from a Calgary Flames perspective, but if you put the Toronto Maple Leafs hat on for just a moment to hear from their coaching staff and players, they talked about not liking their first 40 minutes of that hockey game, but found a way to win as they have done so many times this season. Their point streak is now at 7 consecutive games, but looking to put together more of a complete effort here tonight.
I thought we started really, really well. First 8-10 minutes. A lot of really good scoring chances. We scored in the first minute, and we had a lot of good shots. And then I think we just kind of stopped playing, and they upped the ante a bit, and we just didn't really have a response. And I think throughout the game, especially in that third period, I think we really came to life. A couple good goals by Galley, by JT to give us the lead, and I think that's really when we started getting playing.
We obviously were not very good at all through 40 minutes, but we were in a game. We gave ourselves an opportunity to win a hockey game. We got a big goal there late in the second, and the way that it worked out, we needed to find a way to get better for 20. And if we did, we liked our opportunity to get points here tonight. And I really liked our third.
Time now for Who to Watch, and we'll begin with the defenseman. Morgan Rielly scored his first goal of the season series last night, but he's played the role of setup man, so to speak, throughout the course of these first 6 matchups. 6 assists prior to that game last night, now a point per game in 7, though. He's also tied for 10th in NHL defenseman scoring. And for the Calgary Flames, hard to go anywhere but the captain, the 37-year-old Mark Giordano, gets the assist on Joakim Nordstrom's opening goal, giving him .500 of his illustrious career. Just the 3rd defenseman in franchise history to do it, joining Al MacInnis and Gary Suter, of course, and the 9th player overall in franchise history. It was also his son Jack's 8th birthday yesterday. He told them before he left the house that he was going to get that point number 500, and he made good on his word. A special night from that perspective from the captain, Mark Giordano, and for his teammates who've watched him work so hard to get there.
I feel like, I've had a long career here, and there's a few bumps in the road here at the start of my career, obviously, in the minors and going overseas, but I felt once I established myself as a good defenseman who can defend in the NHL, then that allows you to play in the NHL, and then you can show what you have offensively. So I've been fortunate to play, with obviously a ton of good players, and I've been fortunate also to play a lot of my career. I've been on the power play, so that helps you get those numbers. And like I said, it's one of those things I'll look back at in the future for sure. With especially being, it's special because it'll give Jack something to remember for sure on his birthday.
Yeah, it's very impressive. He's worked really hard to be where he is today, and to all what he has achieved. He's done a tremendous job, and he's had a very impressive career. Like you said, he was undrafted in both Ontario League and the NHL, and made it this far, and played a lot of games. Scoring 500 points. It's very, very impressive. I'm very happy for him. He's well deserved.
So that just tells you how far it all went in Chio's career, where he started with the 3-way, and then the 2-way, and then the 1-way, and then the All-Star and the Norris. It just speaks volumes about the player. 500 points is significant in itself, but it's way more significant the fact that he's done it with one organization and been a standout. He's been a captain and been a stellar player for as long as he has.
All right, here's a look at what you need to know for tonight's Leafs and Flames game. Rasmus Andersson, a little milestone of his own, skating in his 200th career NHL game here tonight. And for Jacob Markstrom, 100 more, but his start, of course, he's getting the nod, so it is number 300 in his career for Markstrom. And just one last quick note on the captain, Mark Giordano. It is the 5th undrafted defenseman with over 500 career points. So as we know, it's been a great story in his career, and among a very select few to go over the 500 point plateau in his NHL career as an undrafted defenseman. Quick note on the lineup. Of course, we're in the second of back-to-backs. Daryl Sutter expecting to go the same route in terms of his lineup. He knew he'd have an extra forward and defenseman come near warm-up and be ready, but it looks as though it will be the exact same forward and defense lineup. For the goaltending situation, that will change. As we know, last night it was Michael Hutchinson up against David Riddick. So tonight they go two different netminders. Jack Campbell gets the start for the Toronto Maple Leafs with that sparkling 8-0 record, .951 save percentage, so he goes back between the pipes, while Jacob Markstrom gets the nod for the Calgary Flames. And as mentioned, start number 300, or game number 300. He was a second-round pick in 2008 by the Florida Panthers, 31st overall, and continuing to evolve his career here with the Calgary Flames. All right, one last check on the Remax 50-50 as we send you off into puck drop between the Flames and Leafs, 68,000. There's some work to do there. We've got some time here, though, as we leave that pod open until 10 p.m. tonight in support of the Calgary Flames Foundation. Go to calgaryflames.com/5050 to get your tickets tonight. The draw will be made later on tonight. Also want to remind you that Matt Stajan is on the desk tonight for the post-game show, so get your questions in. Send them on through Twitter. Hashtag AskStage. We'll pull a few questions from there and hit them with them tonight on the post-game show, brought to you by Ram Truck, which comes your way at the conclusion of the hockey game, live on all Calgary Flames platforms this evening. All right, you're all set for the hockey game. It is the Toronto Maple Leafs and Calgary Flames coming your way next. Second to last meeting between these two teams this season. Should be a good one. We'll be back with you in the first intermission. Good stuff, boys.